If you're a dealer, you're probably aware of how incredibly complex the sales environment is today and how there's so many types of vehicles and programs and sales incentives. Some are applicable for a certain period of time, some can be combined, some can't. And it's a very, very high degree of change in the sales environment daily. So that is hard on your staff because you're constantly having to learn new things that are changing monthly, sometimes weekly, sometimes daily, right? And then you're also cooperating with your captive finance bank owned by the manufacturer or other companies that you finance your vehicles with. There's a high degree of change. So what we're proposing in this NA agency model is to work with the manufacturer to build tools that will help manage those complexities. So and when the customer shops, they would be able to determine, almost all by themselves. I say almost because you'll still need people to validate at the end, but they'll be able to pick out, these are the vehicles that I'm interested in. This is the price that I'm willing to pay. I want to apply for credit. I may be eligible for certain types of incentives for discounting the price. And the questions that you would ask a customer, are you active military? Are you a first responder? Those types of things can be taken care of by the customer as they shop. So by the time they arrive at the dealer, the conversation is much more streamlined. And that complexity, even though we can't completely eliminate it, we can try and build a shopping experience that's very logical and very pleasing to the customer. And usually, when you present customers with options that they're happy to get, say a good, better, best, they make a choice and they move on. We believe that those types of complexities of today's traditional sales environment, if they were in better, higher impact digital tools, could really make the customer happier. Also considering the fact they could be much closer to taking delivery on a vehicle than they would be, say, if they had to wait to order it. Although build to order is also, coming up in prominence as well. So those complexities, we want to see if we can design solutions that can really dramatically simplify them. So from a customer, they're happy because the experience is better and they're more empowered to make choices. And then on the dealership staff side, they're ready to help the customer, they're ready to ink the deal, they're ready to help deliver the vehicle, but they don't have to get pulled into incredibly complex and largely paperwork-driven processes. And I don't want to diminish how important they are and how they vary from state to state, but I would describe them as maybe not value add, right? So the idea would be, can we rethink the customer experience and make the customers happier and allow the dealers more time to spend with their customers, taking care of them, meeting their needs, getting to know them a little better, your family, your kids, your birthday, your pet's name. We think that's really where the sweet spot is, where dealers are not burdened by the non-value add aspects of today's retail environment, which will probably continue to get more complex, because the digital tools are rethought to make it much, much more streamlined. And we believe that when you apply that lens as well to after-sales service, right, could also have a value because customers generally are very willing to learn about, what does my vehicle need to be maintained? Please educate me. I will adhere to my service schedule if I understand it. And if the conversation from the dealer is a good conversation where you're exchanging knowledge and value, customers usually will return.